Hi everyone, how's it going? I am just waiting for the coffee to brew. I didn't sleep well last night. My neck was hurting, so I've been kind of up since about 4. It's now what, 7? I tried to go back to sleep. I think I slept a little bit, but I put some back stuff on my neck. It's helped a bit, but so I figured I'm up. Good morning, half acre dreams. How's it going? I'm just waiting for the coffee to brew. My coffee maker's broken. Well, it broke about a month ago and it wouldn't brew at all. So we contacted the company and they're sending us a new one because it has a 5-year warranty. I'm like, cool. Since it's been less than a year, then we bought it. Um, but I've managed to get it working, sort of. It just takes like half an hour to brew a pot of coffee. It's a Hampton Beach. So we had, and so when they send us the new coffee pot, we send the old one away. But it's a coffee pot and a Keurig adaptable thing, so you could put your own thing. So you could do either a single cup or a whole pot of coffee, which I usually do a pot. I have some Keurig things, um, but so it just is not really. It's not working. I managed to kind of MacGyver it to sort of work ish, but I'm not happy. So, good thing is that it has a 5-year warranty, and you know, love that because I've broken coffee pots, and usually it's breaking the pot part. I have a backup coffee pot, so that's the thing. So I used to just always buy the Proctor Silex ones or whatever because they're like 25 bucks. Like the last time my coffee broke, again, this is what happened last year. My coffee broke. I broke the pot. I accidentally hit it against the wall as I was putting it into the coffee uh, pot maker and coffee maker, and my I now my wall has tile on it, and it kind of broke. Which, and buying the pot for it was like 20 bucks, or buying another coffee maker was 20 bucks. Then my husband found this one on Amazon. No, yeah, on Amazon I think for half the price. So it was like 50 bucks. I'm like, a coffee maker and a Keurig at the same time. Go, now it's like worth 100 something. I know, I need my coffee. I have a couple of Vias from Starbucks of the instant coffees and some instant coffee that I'll do. I do have a French press, which I did use, but I don't like it. Like, I've used it for camping and stuff. I don't really like it. It doesn't give as much oomph the way I like my coffee. So, but um, that's what I'm doing. So I'm just waiting for the coffee to go. And I figured since it's low spend month, and as you saw, if you looked at my live feeds of organizing the upstairs freezer and the basement freezer, I have at least 2 ham bones, I think 3 pounds. Yes, I need that oomph. That's why I love the Costco Kirkland coffee. It's like 11.99 here in Canada for 3 pounds, which is great. Um, but from what I've been told by some people, because Costco's Kirkland brands tend to be made in the same stores, same factories as the other one, as other bigger name brands. I've been told that it's in the same factory as Starbucks. They just put a different label on. So I'm like, 11.99 for 3 pounds or $25. Hmm, let me figure that one out. And actually, I think it tastes better. I don't know. Maybe it's just all in my head. But I have broken down and got coffee at my local grocery store. I usually get the cheaper stuff, like there's a bag here called After 8 or 8 o'clock coffee or something like that. There's like an espresso, Arabian, and some other brand, and it's whole beans. And I'll grind it there, or I'll bring it home and I'll grind it because I have a little grinder. Um, and I find that has as much kick. Like, I've done Maxwell House and Folgers. I hate Folgers. I prefer Maxwell House. Um, Folgers I find has like a bitter aftertaste. So it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. I tried to get the dark brew. Yeah. So um, I haven't tried. Have I tried the dark brew? I don't think I just tried the regular. Yes. See, I don't necessarily know coffee. I just know if it's a good coffee or if it's a coffee. Like most diners here in Canada, they make really good coffee. Like just diner coffee, like a good solid coffee for just coffee's sake. Because I've used to be a double person. Now I'm just cream. Like I'm a 3 cream person. Like when I do extra large at Tim Hortons, it's just 3 cream. I used to be triple for the extra large. If it was a large, it was a double. Um, it's a color thing. I managed to get rid of sugar in my coffee, so that's at least good. But I like my cream. I can't really do coffee with milk. I've done it because I've had to, but I'll only have 1 cup. Well, if I have cream, I'll have 2, 3, 4 whole pot. You know? So, I was going to say, I was going to show you. Oops, my finger. That's my finger. My Instant Pot. I just put some water in here. I'm going to go into my freezer and grab a ham bone and put that in there. So, my freezer. Then of course I've packed this. Yep. I am still waiting. It's not even halfway done yet. That's what it's. Hey, it's at least brewing something. Now where to put the bone? No, that's another thing. I want to make sure I have a hand on. Yes, that's what I was going to do. Oh, I'm going to make either bean soup or make just beans in it. So here's my freezer. Just moving stuff around to find where. That's a turkey. There's a ham bone? Oh no, that's a ham bone. There, I found the ham bone. I'm going to put these things back. See, still leftover birthday, ice cream birthday cake. Now let's see if that closes. Yay! Yeah. So I have like at least 2. I think I have to look at my list. I think I might have 3 ham bones. I did use up the turkey bones. Not turkey bones, chicken bones. And veggie scraps the other day. And I made broth that I used for my Asian soup. So I have that. Oh yes, where did I put my beans? And so I still have white navy. I love these clips. I'm going to put the rest of this in a mason jar. I was filling up my mason jars of rice to put inside the house. So that's my 2 things of rice. And then I have a big 5-gallon thing, not full, of rice in my garage. So. There. I'll just put that going. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do a whole, if I'm doing bean soup, or I'm just going to do beans and broth. But I figure I'll get that going. Well, the coffee's done, yay. Oh, I'm using an Instant Pot. I'm going to use beans chili. There we go. And press start. There we go. Like yesterday, I made rice in it, and I still have to change this light bulb. I just noticed. So, no, I just put beans, just navy some light on me. Just give me a second while I grab my coffee. I figure I'm just going to cook it and then figure out if my family wants soup or just have some beans and broth, like separate. No, it's white navy beans. If I put rice, I could have done that too, but it would not cook the ham bone long enough. No, but I was saying I did rice in my Instant Pot yesterday. I used put to broth with my rice, maybe a little bit of butter, if, depending on what I'm doing with the rice. Like last night, I made curried chicken, but it wasn't curry chicken, not curry chicken, butter chicken, but wasn't chicken. It was butter pork, because I did not find chicken on sale this week or marked down. I've made it before when I've actually, here, I got my coffee. I've made it a bean soup in my Instant Pot. It's wonderful. But, yeah, no, I use it for everything. I've baked potatoes in it. No, I haven't boiled eggs in it, but I've heard that it's really good for that. At first, I was scared with it. Like some people, you know, but I just figured it's actually safer than, really. I got it at Christmas, so I just jumped in, and now I just basically, anything that I was going to do in my crock pot, or anything I do on the stove, like my last freezer meal video for 22 plus meals, I did 90% of my stuff in my Instant Pot. Oh yeah, these ones are really safe. There was one Instant Pot that had one model had a malfunction, but that's not my model, so I'm like, yeah. But you can't really go wrong with Instant Pot. I'm just gonna go and put this to. Hey CR, how's it going? Yep, my coffee just finished. Only took 20 some odd minutes. And I threw some stuff in my Instant Pot. Because I'm up and I'm trying to do multiple different things. Don't want to drop my coffee. Okay, I need like 4 hands. It's really early for you, where you are, CR. There we go. My neck and back is killing me today. So please bear with me. Oh, what the heck happened here? It's only 3 degrees. Oh my goodness, it was so hot. It was 34 degrees yesterday outside, Celsius. I think 34 or 38. Today is only supposed to be 24. I can handle that. Yesterday was too hot for me. And I stayed in yesterday. I had my house a nice 20 degrees the whole time. That whenever I went out, I didn't notice it was cool in here until I went out and it was like so hot. Like I was just putting stuff in the green bin um, or putting stuff in the garbage shed. I would come back inside like, oh, it's cool. So today's it's coffee time, morning time, daytime. It's it's 7:35 here. CR's in uh, BC area, so it's like 3 hours earlier. Oh my goodness, like that's like 4:45 sunrise. Okay. Yeah, it's like 4:45, 4:35 or something like that. That's about the time I was up this morning. My neck was killing me, and my shoulders. I don't know. I'm not sleeping great. Like the way I'm sleeping is not helping my neck and shoulders. I don't know. We got a new mattress topper, which has helped my lower back, but I think I need to figure out my pillow situation. Either get another pillow or a different pillow because it's my neck and shoulders now. Because the mattress, I should be editing that video sometime soon. It was actually really cheap for a king size mattress topper. It's like this thick. It's quite nice. It's made our mattress much softer, where it was too firm before. Oh, Princess is coming, so I'm moving my computer onto the other side because Princess wants to say hello. Yes. Yeah. Say hello. That guy on TV swears by my pillow. Well, I like the memory. I get the memory foam pillows a lot. Oh, she's got these knots that I'm going to try to cut out. See these knots? She doesn't get so well around her neck here. Don't move. She's like, what are you doing, Mommy? I love my memory. When I used to go camping with the kids for scouts and stuff like that, I would bring my memory foam pillow with me, even though it it weighed like 10 pounds of my weight of whatever I was carrying. It was the only way I was going to sleep in a freaking tent. You don't have those commercials. They are on constantly here. Well, I don't have TV, so I don't see the commercials. We only do, what did you do? I'm just knots from here. Um, I see commercials at my in-laws. I don't want to get to your skin though. Why can't? Well, I got some nuts, but you're not staying still, kitty. Um, but I've seen a commercial for some sort of pillow. I've contemplated getting like a wedge, maybe, because I also get heartburn and stuff like that. They're $50 or yeah, that's kind of hefty for a pillow. I get my memory foam pillows. I usually get them at Costco because they're much cheaper. They're only like 20 or 25 there. While in the store they're like 50 or so. I've tried them all. My husband got me one that I didn't like. It was a bamboo filled one or something. So it was all these little tiny beads or whatever. He got it for me. I'm like, I can't sleep on this. This is like, it makes too much noise. Yeah, and I'm like, so he has that. He has that as his bottom pillow. We like lots of pillows in the bed. Oh, the memory foam ones? That's the only ones I like. The only problem is, the funny part is, trying to do a pillow fight with those things, you knock people out, because they weigh like 20 pounds. I'm trying to think. One time when we went on vacation, I brought it with me, and I put it in my carry-on, and because it made my suitcase too heavy, and there was no weight limit on your carry-on, so I just kind of stuffed it. It was like, oh, your shoulders hurt too. Yeah, see, it's right here, like, even while turning my shoulders, like, there's just something with my shoulders and my neck, like, at the back of my neck. I don't know. The way and it hurts at night. During the day, it's not too bad. Like it feels like I've got whiplash, like I've been in a car accident, which I haven't been. You know? I had whiplash once. Not, and it wasn't even in a car accident. It was. Oh, no, no. Yeah, I got whiplash once when I was on the bus, and the bus had to stop suddenly to prevent an accident. And I was sitting, and um, I slid on the bus on the seat, and I hit my hip on the pole of the seat type thing. I had a bruise there, but um, I will be gardening all day. Well, that was my plan too. Is um to go outside and to do some cleanup of the yard and to take apart my old gardening box and to set up my new one. Um, but and then I have laundry to do, and I have cleaning up my kitchen to do. My kitchen's a mess. It's cold this year. See, it's not. It's too. See, this is the thing. I don't like it when it's too cold. I don't like it. Well, I hate it when it's too hot. Hey Google, what's 60 degrees Fahrenheit?
60 degrees Fahrenheit equals 15.556 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that's beautiful temperature. Okay. Because I set my house to 20, which is. Hey Google, volume down. Hey Google, what is 20 degrees Celsius?
20 degrees Celsius equals 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
See, I have my house at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Yep, and I think that's perfect weather. See, if it was just always about 20 degrees, I would be happy. It's not too hot. It's not cool. I can still wear t-shirts and shorts and not be a problem. Mm-hmm. See, that's how I have my house all year round. So we spend more on air conditioning than we do in the winter because we're a townhouse. So we have insulations from our neighbors on both sides, and they seem to like their houses hotter. So we actually turn off the heat sometimes. Yep, same with my coffee. It's a color thing. It's like, oh, it's too light, it's too dark. You have to have the right amount of cream depending on the brew of the coffee. So, like at our church, depending on who's making the coffee at church, so we have coffee after service. So each month is a different group of people that are on the list, right? And some people and there's like a recipe to make the pots of coffee, right? Sometimes they're more generous than a cup, like a hefty cup of coffee versus an even cup or whatever. So sometimes the coffee is a nice, like, dark brew, like a kind of espresso-ish. Um, and other times it's like dirty dishwater. It's not usually that bad. One time it was really bad that, like, people, like, looked at the coffee, like, you could see the bottom. You should not be able to see the bottom of your white cup when you have actual coffee just brewed into it. Tea, maybe, but not with coffee. And we didn't have coffee that week because it was disgusting. They they misread the instructions to make the big percolator. Hello. Um, I don't know how to say that letter. APR, APYR. It's a Middle Eastern letter. I think it's Arabic. Hey, whatever, from India. Long time no see. Hopefully everybody grabbed a coffee or a tea or a warm beverage. Oh, Russian. It means, well, hello, friend. Because I was trying to think of what that letter looked like. Cold coffee? Oh, I have hot coffee. So hello from Russia and hello from India. Wow, I'm international. I'm pretty good. Oh, don't forget to give a thumbs up. I'm just having coffee. I have a ham bone and some beans in my Instant Pot cooking. Coffee got cold. Took too long to drink it. Yeah, well, that's what microwave's for. I spend half my morning um, trying to find my coffee or my phone, and usually reheating up my coffee. And half the time finding my coffee, I put it in the microwave to heat it up, and I forgot I put it in the microwave to heat it up, and I start cooking or whatever, and I go, where's my coffee? And I open up the microwave, and there it is. And I'm like, oh, I gotta press another button. Minute. Exactly. Oh, my allergies are going crazy. Probably shouldn't have tried to pet the kitty cat much. India is one of the largest producers of coffee and tea. Yes, and they have really good coffee and tea. Good morning, Angie Boom Boom from California. Wow, another early person, because CR's in that time zone, dude. He's in BC area. So it's like 4:48. Did you wake up at this time on purpose, or like as your normal, or did you wake up early like I did, not on purpose? It's evening time, 5:18 in India. It's 7:48 a.m. here. Oh, off to work. Where do you work, Angie? Well, welcome to my live stream. Hopefully, you're grabbing a coffee on your way to work. See, I should get sponsored by a coffee company because I talk a lot about coffee. Hey, if you're gonna, you could send me free coffee. I'll drink it in a grocery store. Okay. Now, here's a question for you. I know up here in Canada that most grocery stores that if you work at, you can get a discount. You don't get a great discount. You get like something like 10% off or something like that. Um, do you guys get a discount at your grocery store? Because I've contemplated like going to work part-time at a grocery store or at Value Village, which is a thrift store, just because I find thrifting interesting, and like I'd be good at pricing what I would pay for the stuff at the store. Because if I went back in my field, no, not at Safeway. Oh, that sucks. I've been to a Safeway once. Um, we have them up here in Canada, but not where I live. It was in, I think, the Maritimes, when we were in the Maritimes. Yeah, I don't know about all the grocery stores, but I know that the Loblaws stores and I think Food Basics and Farm Boy, I think you get a discount shopping there. But it's like 10% or it's basically, yeah, 10%. Um, I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, so like I have my diploma in developmental service worker, so before I had my second, I was working as a physical care attendant, but I couldn't work as like an EA in the schools with kids with special needs and stuff like that. But I work with kids and adults with physical and developmental disabilities. But the only problem is, A, I don't drive. So um, going there where I used to work, most of the like group homes or the independent living areas are not near where I live, so it'd be like at least an hour by bus, if not more, to get to work. If the bus actually goes there, there's a few group homes just close to the country, like the edge of the suburbs, and there's no bus access there. So I couldn't even work there. And most of those jobs, they require you to have a license so that you could drive like the big 15-passenger van or whatever. But I could go and redo some of my certificates. Like I got my diploma, so that's fine. But you have to be update to work in the schools of different things like my crisis intervention and my CPR first aid. I've let that slip because, well, I know it, but why should I pay $100 when I'm not being paid to use it, type thing. So, um, that type of like I could work in the school, but again, with my family, with their various health needs, um, every time that I keep on thinking about going back to work, like either in my field or just part time, something comes up health wise that me being at home is good. So either hospital stays or extended sick days, or me having to pick up my kids from school because they are sick regularly, um, because of whatever, that if I had a job, I would have probably been fired by my days off because of my kids' sickness versus my own. I worked at a thrift clothing store once in the rich neighborhood, and we got first dibs, 50% discount, and there was awesome. That would be, yeah. So that's the thing. We have Value Village up here in Canada, which is a huge. I will be update. I'll be sending that video. I did a little tour of Value Village um, one time. I haven't put up the video though. It's bigger than the Walmart. Like it's like a size of Walmart up here, and organized like it. Now Superstore has the same collective bargaining union. Yes. Well, I know Superstore you get a discount. Um, because that's what the lady said. She gets a discount on some stuff or whatever. I don't know if it's on everything. So the only problem is, so the Valley Village, so I'm in Canada, which is the West End suburb, which is a more affluent neighborhood, let's say. And then, so they tend to price things higher here. Still good prices, but like jeans, you're paying sometimes the cheapest is about $5.99 for jeans, and they're good quality. And they have them. What I love about them is that they're organized by size. So it's like Walmart. So I can go and find my size and not go through every single like. And it's actually organized by like say women's sizes. So size 8, size 10, size 12. You know, there are some miss ones because they'll be like small, medium, large, or whatever, and people don't, but it's more of like, okay, here's my section. I can look through here. Is there anything I like? If not, I don't have to go through the whole thing and be disappointed and spend hours and hours. I'll spend hours and hours looking at the kitchen stuff because I love getting secondhand stuff for like kitchen ware and that. Oh, I'm gonna go plug my thing in. So, um, it's huge. It's like like not like a superstore Walmart, but like a regular Walmart, and it's 90% clothes. Oh, it's. I love it. I'm just gonna plug my phone in to make sure I don't lose. There we go. There. Oops. Good morning, Amanda. You've been here for a while. So, there. Grab my coffee. Um, but some of the Valley Village, like so, in the West End, Ottawa, one the things are a little bit cheaper, but you're not getting as good a quality. So up here, but some of the jeans here, it's marked at $20 because they know their brands or whatever. So like Calvin Klein or whatever. So if you look at it for that point, and some of them still have the tags on because people are crazy. Well, everybody buys stuff and then you know they go and gain weight or lose weight and doesn't fit, or buy stuff and not try it on. Yes, coffee. Well, it's early for you, isn't it? It's like almost 7. Trying to rub my eye without my hands because I was petting the purring machine that's beside me now. So, um, so who's doing a low spend month for June? I am. But I did do groceries on the 31st, which uh, doesn't count for my low spend month. But I did a lot of picking up stuff, and then I was at Costco with both my kids, and I picked up a lot of non-food items that my oldest needed, like bras and stuff like that. So, I took those off my grocery tally. But then I forgot to take off some stuff that was at the superstore, like allergy pills. But I kept the cat food and cat litter because I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be trying to limit myself to $50 a week when I normally have 200 to 225 a week, um, I need to make sure that my cats have cat food and cat litter because right there is over $30. I mean, that lasts a month. A month and a bit for the food, I think. A couple months, maybe, for the food. But the kitty cat's like, litter is like $8.99 for 50 pounds, which is a heavy box. Right now, it's still, I did groceries Thursday, it's still by the front door because I brought it into the house. And I'm like, I'm not bringing it downstairs right now. When my back and shoulders aren't killing me, or I'll just ask Happy to bring it down when he's going down. Because that's what they're good for. Getting stuff off top shelves and carry heavy things. Do you hear her purring? That's just her purring sleeping. But I've organized the 2 freezers. Uh, I'm I don't know if I will try and organize my big, or not organize inventory in my big deep freezer, because it is like yesterday was 34 degrees Celsius. Today is 24 or 26 degrees Celsius. So anything I take out to try and inventory will start to melt. So I will just work with my fridge freezers. I know what's in there. I will go into my deep freezer and dig around and grab stuff every day or two. Oh, did it? Oh, you knocked over stuff off the couch. Oh, did it scare you? um, but I have a large plan. Is it here as I moved it? I made a list. Did I put it here? Like, so I have this list of just things in my 2 freezers that I can make with stuff in the pantry too. Like I have a pork cottage roll. That's what, like, with meals. I have 2 dumpling meals, 1 Asian soup, maybe 2 Asian soups, at least 1 ham soup. Right now I'm cooking a ham bone and some beans in my Instant Pot. I can make pasta e fagioli. I can make lamb chops. I can make baked macaroni and cheese with ham at least 2 or 3 times. I have kofta, which is at least 2 or 3 meals. Make a conch salad. Um, Pizza bites for a meal with like fries, which I know I have. Stuffed chicken. Uh, 2 meals. Chili. Beef pot pie. 1 or 2 meals. I picked up when I did my groceries. Um, some pie shells to do that. That's what I'm going to actually be doing today, I think. Faux soup as a meal. And that's just of the stuff that, like, off the top of my head. Yes, so those are all things for this 2 freezers. Like, there's other foods too, and there's lots of fruit for smoothies. I will have to get yogurt, plain yogurt, because I made. So I another thing, what I did at Costco was they had the Indian sauce people, the KYZ or whatever sauce or whatever, ran the really good Indian sauces, and we taste tested them, and my kids were with me, and they begged me to get them, and I'm like, okay, fine. So it was like 3 jars for $9. So each one of those jars at the grocery store is like $4. Yes, as I said, I put a description. Grab a coffee and a snack because we're always talking about food. And the so we picked up 2 spicy butter chicken sauces and 1 coconut curry sauce. I used one of the spicy butter chicken sauces, but I didn't find chicken um, this grocery haul on sale or a price I was willing to pay. So instead, I bought a pork loin for $1.98 a pound, which was like $4.39 a kilogram. So I got big pork loin for like $13. So I cut that up yesterday. I made butter chicken, spicy butter pork. um, I made rice, and I had naan from my last grocery haul from 2 weeks ago that we hadn't eaten yet because we hadn't gotten to having curry because my husband wasn't in the mood for curry. But he had said, "Oh, I haven't had Indian for a while. Let's have." I'm like, "Okay, good. We can use it." So I did spicy. So what's funny? My daughter, my oldest, loves sweet and sour pork. Okay, but she used to call it sweet and sour chicken. She goes, "No, it's chicken." And we argued, "No, it was pork." Right? The Cantonese style, so it has like pineapple and peppers in it, and some other vegetable. and it has more of a tang. It has more of a sour. There's like a sweet, but there's a nice, good sour with it. So we used to call it Rowan chicken, but it was always pork. So we said, okay, well, we're having butter, a spicy butter Rowan chicken, which is pork. So, and everybody ate it. Everybody loved it. Rowan and Daddy had seconds. I did a video of what I was doing because I was doing freezer meals of the rest of the pork. Since I'm cutting up the pork, I cut everything into small cubes for skewers and or um, the pork dish, the butter pork. So that whole loin, I made the butter pork. I made souvlaki. I made black pepper pork for an Asian stir fry or skewer, and then I made kung pao pork. I did half of those sauces, like they're already pre-made, but I will put the link when I make up that video of how to make those sauces from scratch, which I've done before too. But since I'm trying to use up stuff in my pantry, I will do that. I will just use what I have. Um, so this time when I did groceries, I just picked up a roast. Did pick up meat. I picked up for stuff for the skewers for barbecue because it's going to be getting hot, very like constantly. So I'm like, I'm not going to want to necessarily cook. And there's only so many of the ground beef meals that I made that I'm going to want to eat. I don't want to have ground beef all the time. So I picked up a roast beef that I'm going to be cutting up probably today and putting it in bags for marinade to be used for skewers. It was a sirloin tip roast. It was a not bad price. It was $3.49 I think a pound. So that's about. I don't like to spend more than that. Oh, where are you going, Amanda? Um, get some coffee. Yes. Soon I'll have to go and refill. But today, my husband mentioned he wanted some potato pancakes. So I'm guessing he's going to want breakfast with that. So I'm going to make some potato pancakes this morning. Maybe I'll do some bacon, which I have in the fridge. And if he wants eggs or whatever. He didn't say anything more than potato pancakes. So what's everybody else doing today? So what are you doing today, CR? And why are you up at sunrise? My initial goal was to do some stuff in the backyard of tidying it up because I didn't really tidy much before winter hit, and I want to tidy up, and I should probably take my little, I have a little push mower to cut what little bit of grass we have back there. It's mostly flowers and patio stones, so, or like planned gardens-ish. In my front yard, I don't cut because it's all flowers. And planning to take apart my old garden, my old little garden bed, and put my new one in. Maybe, yeah, no, and just probably just sweeping and stuff because there's a couple broken pots, like in pieces and stuff like that, because the winter was hard and like some of the water or ice or whatever was in there and froze and cracked the pots and broke them and stuff like that. Sorry, not this year. To reduce the grass area, increase the garden area. Well, the easiest way, like in my front yard, there's a big huge tree, and there was the grass that was under the tree never grew. Like it grew in tiny patches. It looked awful. Um, and there was a tiny little rectangle garden in the middle. So I just extended it the whole way. One year I dug up and the grass and extended the garden and just spread the plants that were there through what was now the garden. The then I researched it, and the next year I just put um, newspaper down and cardboard on the grass, put soil on top of it. And this was early in the spring. Killed off like the grass, the soil, and the rain helped with that. And then just planted, extended and planted the plants. And now it's quite flourishing. I haven't watered it in like 13 years. I let nature do it. But there's like lily of the valley and hostas and echinacea and like lazy susans and other tall yellow flowers. These pom pom looking ones. Um, there's a few. There's daylilies and tiger lilies and a few tulips. And I transplanted a little lilac bush from the back to the front too. And there's a grapevine growing there. And what else? Oh, these ferny things. Marigolds? No, no marigolds. Um, those have to come. You have to plant each year, don't you? Or you have to plant seeds. There, well, it looks kind of like a marigold, but okay, it's a tall yellow flower. Okay, remember? Do you remember Alice in Wonderland and the dog barking flowers? It kind of looks like those, whatever they are. But last year, my garden, my tall yellow flowers, a lot of them didn't bloom. Very green. So I think I need to put some more fertilizer, like compost and stuff, on it. I mean, everything goes so it's like tall greenery. Oh, and of course there's a few token milkweeds. There's no dandelions. My neighbors have dandelions all over their lawn, and they keep on picking them. My yard is too invasive for dandelions, or it might get like two a year. But I had like sedums and um, brain's going blank. The pom pom, like the big flowers, the they come back each year. I have to put a tomato cage around them because they keep on falling over. Because the flower is like this big. I have like two of those, two separate little pockets of them. Um, my brain's going blank what they're called. I don't know a lot of the names. There's a whole bunch of different ones that are there, but I don't know the names. There's these ferny type flowers that have a purple feathery flower. They're great for, and all these are like great for shade because I have a maple tree, so it's in shade, you know, 70% of the day. Um, and my tall yellow flowers do better when it's in the sun. Like you can tell where they get more sun, they're taller. Like they can grow as tall as I am, like 5 feet tall, and that's why I call them tall yellow flowers. And there's three types. One that expands, like it's like a patch and it expands this way, and one that's kind of self seeds and roots spreads that way. Like it fills in all the gaps. Hey, lovely 21 Hope. Good morning. Hopefully you grabbed a coffee and a snack because we were discussing food, and I've made CR hungry as I was discussing my plans for June and using up food in my freezers. Because my goal by the end of June is to have one of my fridge freezers, at least one of them, empty, that I can put ice cream and popsicles and freezer meals in. If I could have one of them empty, I would be happy. I have to actually eat the stuff. I mean, I can move stuff around to other freezers, but I don't have room in any other freezer. Like, they're all full. And hopefully at some point, as I'm going through the stuff, I'll have my bigger deep freeze more organized and inventoried. By the way, I was doing this. I was going. I was going to do it. I heard about doing like shelf cooking back in April or so, and I was going to do it for me, but that because another person, Jordan Page, was doing the shelf cooking, like using the stuff that's in your pantry and trying not to buy food. So that's what I'm going to be doing for June. Is I'm not going to try like I set myself for a limit of $50 a week to buy like the milk bread fruit, but not necessarily to like just to replenish stuff that we run out of, so I can reuse the stuff and just be more creative of the stuff that we have. Ready for the day? Okay, Maniac Grannies. Cool. So Jordan Page off of Free Fun or Free Cheap or Free Fun Free or Cheap. Her channel is Jordan Page too. She was doing shelf cooking for May, and I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I should do that. So I was going to do that for June, and then also I'm on a group called Frugal Family Food, and Matt from Fundamental Home and Tangi from Freedom Homestead said that they're doing a low spend month for June. I'm like, I'm already doing that. I said that like in the middle of the month I was going to do a low spend month for June because I wanted to use up the stuff in my freezer. So I'm participating with them too. I'm they're much more organized. Like they set up the frugalfamilyfood.com website just started this week, so they have a whole thing of um, a calendar of things to inventory your fridge, freezer, and pantry, and they'll have some other resources. They'll post stuff there. I'm like, cool. You know, I'm like, if anything, like it's all about supporting one another and you know just trying to figure out how to do it. So if anybody has other ideas, um, I said your favorite word. Which favorite word? Food, coffee, shelf cooking. I don't know. What's your favorite word, Sierra? So I'm going to be trying to just also rethinking some of the things I'm doing, right? I've really been encouraged and inspired by a lot of people I've been watching on YouTube doing freezer meals, right? I love freezer meals. Creative and support, yes. Okay, I was just like, I thought coffee. Isn't coffee your favorite word? Coffee's one of mine. So, what I've been finding with myself and my family is that we get kind of busy and stuff, and I love cooking. Okay, so that's not the problem. But I really want to do freezer meals because sometimes I don't feel like cooking, or we just have a busy day. Like if we're at the hospital for different appointments and stuff, we don't get back till 5. Okay? And on grocery day, I don't get done till 5. My husband doesn't get home till about 6:30. We don't usually eat till then anyways. But if I could just grab something already pre-made that's kind of like restaurant quality, then we won't spend money out at the restaurant, right? We won't have to do takeout. We won't have to have like crappy, TV type dinners or whatever. There's a close third. you know? So, but the problem with freezer cooking, a major problem with freezer cooking, is that you have to kind of plan. Like, I've been doing freezer cooking sometimes in spurts, or just making something and making two of something and putting one in the freezer, because it really does not take any more time to make two instead of making one. Okay? But an extra 5-10 minutes. While doing one, if you're already chopping up the vegetables for one, you may as well chop them up for two. You know? And then later on, you have no work. Like you just have to either pop it in the freezer, pop it crock pot, instant pot, take it to frost, put it in the oven, whatever, you know, the meal is, and whatever equipment you have. But I've been really being inspired to plan in advance when ground beef is on sale, I could do freezer meals of ground beef. But the only problem with that is I don't have the freezer space to hold it. So I have to make the freezer space so that when ground beef is on sale, like I did 22 plus meals of ground beef, and 3 of them were chicken. I'm not going to eat ground beef every single day because that's going to be boring. That's not really necessarily healthy. I like to have a variety. I like to have at least one meal where there's like no meat, you know, vegetarian ish, like, or vegan ish, depending on what it stretches your budget, right? Um, but I want to have the space so that when something is on sale, instead of just buying the chicken and then freezing it, and then having to take it out and do something different because now it's frozen, right? Is buying the stuff one day, putting it in your fridge, the next day, organize it however, either have to cook it up or just put the sauces in and freeze it. Like what I did yesterday with the pork was I just cut it all up. It took maybe 45 minutes. Cut up the pork, put the sauces into 3 of them, cooked my pork for supper. So I have 3 meals of marinated pork. When I take it out of the freezer, it's going to continue marinating. You know, and I can do skewers or cook it in the oven, on the barbecue or whatever. So that's kind of what's been inspiring me, is just rethinking certain things. And my family's tastes have changed in the past year, as I've noticed, because the things I was always buying, like my normal go-to stuff, I would go and buy stuff, and it hasn't been eaten. Because their tastes have changed. What they've wanted to take for school has changed. Uh, what they eat after school has changed. What they eat for breakfast, or if they even eat breakfast. So I'm not buying cereal regularly. I did buy cereal this time because I wanted to have some Frosted Flakes. Because I like having cereal once in a while. I picked up bananas because I like bananas in my Frosted Flakes. But I have enough frozen bananas from them going too ripe, to make banana bread, which I'm going to make some more because that loaf I did make, which I haven't uploaded the video, is all gone. It was gone by Wednesday. So, that's kind of my goal, is kind of rethink how I'm doing things and um, try and be more purposeful when I do my groceries. And because I'm pretty good at freezing our leftovers and stuff. I'm not very good at writing what they are on the containers, which is my problem because I'll have a few mystery meals or mystery soups or whatever. Um, but sometimes some vegetables that I think will use, like I'll buy groceries for 2 weeks. Sometimes I'll get 3/4 through them and some are getting mushy. So I bought too much. And it'd be things like cucumbers. You know, right now we're in the season of salads, so I pick up 3 cucumbers and we'll have salads. But in the wintertime, we were having some salads, but my family said, "Oh, I don't want salad." So sometimes half a cucumber would go bad. So I just want to menu plan more accurately, and that's what I'm hoping that this challenge of eating through my pantry, eating through my freezer, my fridge, and stuff, and just trying to limit what I'm spending. So I'm not just buying food for the sake of buying food and for the sake of having it there for the future, because I do have a lot of storage for, you know, of oatmeals, like things that aren't going to go bad, like pantry stable items. Like I have a lot of instant oatmeals that my kids like, the brand that they like, granola bars. Actually, I'm almost down on them that my husband likes, and I think we're down to like a couple for my kids. But when they were on sale, I bought like 5 of them. You know, we have a lot of other things. Yes, so my oldest loves oatmeal. She do but she only likes the maple brown sugar one, the instant package. So she'll do 2 of those, sometimes 3 if she really wants an oatmeal. But I have oatmeal too. Um, but she does that um, on her own. So that's always nice that they can do that if they want it. But they're not big breakfast people. For on the weekends when we have time and they're sleeping, that they can sleep, and then we have breakfast close to lunchtime, brunch. Because I'm not morning people. Like my youngest will loves eating leftovers for breakfast. But the only problem is she has to get up early enough to get breakfast before going to school. So that's why if you look at their lunches, they're quite big lunches because they're allowed to eat the first period of class. So there's stuff in there that they can grab if they are hungry. But I'm gonna get more coffee. My coffee's done. I will be back. Try to trip on the cord. I'm back. I got my coffee and I got a cheese croissant. I picked up these croissants at Superstore, 20 of them for $5. They either had plain croissants or the cheese ones. For $5. Mm, I just like eating them. Like, do you try and open them and put the eggs in them? Mm. Like scrambled eggs or like a fried egg. Oh, by the way, Get to the Farm has a rhubarb strawberry collab up right now. And so if you do a recipe, like something with strawberries or rhubarb, you can put it on her playlist. I'm going to do a collab for July 1st for barbecue. So I figure it's barbecue season and people can get inspired with barbecue. Now that June has started, he'll give them a month. Give people a month to think about it. Yes. I just wanted a little something in my tummy. Because I'm like, I had coffee, and I'm like, oh yes, I need a little something. Maybe have an egg. Yes, have an egg. I is, I think because I petted you, kitty cat. I'll catch you later. Okay, well, bye, CR. Have a great day, and hopefully you'll pop in later. I might. Oh, Monday, I should be going live with Angie. We were supposed to get together this week, but it just didn't work out. So hopefully we'll. I think it's just you and me here. who's who's left? Awesome. Well, it would it'd be at least sometime after 9, I'm guessing. So I don't know when. Um, I will let people know when I know. Probably closer to noon, but so have a great day, and I guess I should probably starting my jobs too. So I don't know if anybody else is in here. Oh. So have a great day. Bye. See you next time.